tracks because I have something important to ask of you on this holiest of holidays, Valentine's Day. Yep, this is the holiday special, and here's my request of you. Have you subscribed? Because I gotta tell you, if you want anything good for me on this very lovely holiday, subscribing to my channel would really make me the happiest Valentine ever. Also, maybe like and share some videos. It would really give me a boost, and hopefully it would make your day a little better too. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Okay, listen, it's Valentine's Day. This is a special bonus episode for you, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. One of the things we're gonna do is we're going to thrift a special Valentine's date look. That's right, we're getting fancy. Also, let's make some jewelry that's Valentine's themed. Are you getting the theme here? It's Valentine's. We'll make a necklace out of something that looks real lovey-dovey. On top of that, we're going to do some baking today, which will be fun. Let's make some heart-shaped pies, little hand pies. And we're going to look at stuff in my room with a very special guest today. You're not gonna want to miss that one, okay? We're also going to watch one of my favorite Hammer horror films called Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. Yeah, it's real romantic. You're going to love it. That's what we're gonna do, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have someone special in your life that you can share the day with, and hey, share the video too. All right, make sure you've subscribed, please, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. Bye. Hey guys, who's ready for that fun Valentine's date? I decided to do two different looks. We're going to do the day look for, I don't know, a coffee date, a lunch date, going to work and want to feel cute, sitting at home and want to feel cute. I mean, do we need an excuse to feel cute? For years I thought that I did, but I decided I don't. And when the pandemic started, remember that? I decided I would start dressing up at home because I was home all the time. And it made a difference in my mood, and it made me appreciate so much what I had. And I felt bad that it had been sitting in my closet for so long because I used to just sit at home in my sweats. And that sucks. So, long story, right? But here's the deal. We're gonna do two looks. We're gonna do a day look and we're gonna do a night look. Let's look extra cute in case your gal or fella or whoever you love decides to take you out. Let's have some fun. Are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, that's what we have for Valentine's Day, both day and night. I'm representing Halloween all year round. Let's go see what the snapshots look like.
How do you tell if a vampire is sick?
This one's scary, but tell me.
You see if he's a coffin?
Hello and welcome to Stuff in My Room. The Valentine's Day edition. And if you didn't notice already, I have a friend today. This is the Count Knicknackula. And his name was given to him because he loves critiquing my knickknacks. And I'm so happy to have him here with me today for this very special holiday show. Hello, Count.
Hey everybody, it's Count Knicknackula. You may know me from other episodes of this show, as in, I've never been here before, nobody knows what I do, but somehow my picture's at the end of the credits. Isn't that great that I'm in the credits and I don't show up till episode 6 or 7 or whatever the heck she's doing here. But anyway, my job is to grade knickknacks. Get it? Count, Nick, Nacula. And you may be asking yourself, Nick Nacula, what's a, quote, knickknack, end quote? And I'd be asking you, A, it's not like most people don't understand that the word is actually knickknack. You don't have to put it in air quotes. That just seems like too much work. But knickknacks are little things that you shouldn't care about, that should be sentimental to you, that maybe you pick up here or pick up there or pass down from people to people or place to place. But either way, I'm the foremost expert on knickknacks, and in my spare time, I like to surf, watch rainbows, and bite people and turn them into things that follow me around. So we've got that going.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you 3 of my favorite Valentine knickknacks, and we'll see what the count thinks. First up is this Kamar little devil. He is so precious, and I love him so much. His name is Dickens, and the backstory for me and Dickens here is that he was very, very popular when I started toy collecting. And I started a very long time ago when Flickr was a big thing, and I made a lot of friends and met a lot of people in the vintage toy collecting community. What a great group of people. Some of them are still my friends to this day, and I'm so grateful to have them in my life. Everyone had Dickens, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on one. It was definitely one of those, oh boy, I need to have that situation, kind of situations. He still has his tag, which makes me so happy, and he has kind of like that Cupid appearance, you know, real super cute and rascally. Look at that face.
Gross.
So to me, he rings Valentine's Day. But let's see what Count Nick Nacula thinks of Dickens.
So let me start out by saying, I know the devil, which shouldn't surprise you. This does not look like him. So I'm not sure who the intended audience was, or if this is like one of those Jesus is white and all of the Puritans wore wigs kind of thing, where you just like go with an image so long that you think that's what it really is. But let me tell you about the devil. He's so hot. Ha! See what I did at the pun because he's the devil, but no, seriously. I mean, when you look at him, you're like, I want to bite that right now. The problem is, it's confusing. In the marketplace, people have too many devil options.
What?
As far as devil options go, I'm giving this 2 fangs down.
Well, if that's what you think. All right, enough of that. Next, we have the love bug or hug bug, depending on who you talk to. This little finger puppet is from the 70s and was made by Hallmark. That's right.
Now there's something I've never seen before. Literally answers the question, can you polish a turd? Yes. Yes, you can, clearly.
And I actually got him when I was in the hospital as a very little girl, and I was in a rough situation. I won't go into it, but my family friends came by, and they brought me him.
Listen, I see what you're trying to do with this whole sympathy thing, and it's lovely. I'm sorry you were sick as a child, but, I mean, seriously, you're sicker as an adult, so I don't understand what the problem is here. Am I right? Hey, everybody, am I right? Of course I'm right. I don't even know who everybody is. You guys don't know. I know. I'm the one that knows.
I was in an oxygen tank on a bed of ice, and I was miserable. And in came this little guy, and I will never forget him. And I love him so much, and he's one of my biggest treasures. And I can't see how Count Nick could say anything terrible about something so precious to me.
Seriously?
But here we go. The love bug, Count Nick.
Oh, would you look at that? A little finger puppet that someone gave you in a hospital when you were a baby child? Because you were sick? Oh, wait a minute. If you listen, hold on. It's all the creatures of the night playing smallest violins for your trauma. Oh, really? Something wasn't perfect in your crazy life when you were a kid, and there's a toy that reminds you of it? Cool. Cool. Hey, is Jenny Jones here? Is she gonna come out and explain why you behave the way you... Oh, is this a Maury episode? What are we doing here? You give me this little finger puppet, you say, this is Valentine's themed. This isn't Valentine's themed. This is like something an aunt who overhears what the child really wants for Christmas goes, like, hey, I want a Winnie the Pooh and Tigger toy. And she comes back with a Drigger toy. She was as good as, if you love Tigger, you'll love whatever this thing is because it fits on your finger. It's the same. Look, you've got me going in circles here. I don't even know what to do that I'm so angry with you in this poor selection of... Nobody loves you. That's really my go-to takeaway comment from this entire episode is if these are the things you've gotten from Valentine's, nobody loves you. It's harsh, but you needed to hear it. Now I like you. So what I'm going to do is, since there is a goofy story connected to this little messed up puppet, I'm going to give you one fang up and one fang down. That's a fang medium.
You gotta be
But
kidding
still,
me.
I'm going to hope that next time there's no misunderstanding why I'm here. I'm here for the good stuff. And if you're not going to bring the good stuff, I'm going to go where the good stuff is at.
All right, girl. Well, I guess that's what he thinks about that. Bye, love bug. Okay, one more item to go, and it is this utterly adorable cow Valentine's Day mug.
Oh, that's nice to see that you lost the bet and you kept what you won.
I know I'm setting myself up here, guys.
Okay. What do I know? I'm just Count Nick Nacula.
But it's so cute and has all the hearts and the great cow pun. Who doesn't love a pun? Y'all know I do. If you've been watching any of my episodes, you know I love the puns. So, all right, here we go, Count. Let's see what you have to say about this one.
Oh my god. Did you pay for
Oh,
that?
come on.
Or did you find it somewhere?
What?
I
What?
don't even know what to say to you right now, so I'm just gonna say, yuck. Oh, look at this! A mug. How spectacular! Oh, gee, Mrs. C, thanks for really trolling through the archives for this mug. Do you have any other dirty dishes or laundry maybe you want to bring in and put down on the ground? Oh, do you have anything red that could just go in a dishwasher? I'm glad we're really pulling out all the stuff. You gave me a mug. I'm Count Nick Nacula, and the only reason I'm not swearing is because there's children involved here, and I don't think they should learn to swear from me, but from their parents like normal kids. The fact of the matter is, you, young lady, just put a mug. I'm not even gonna justify this mug with a review. 2 fangs down.
All right, well, I guess that's what he thinks about that.
Did I put it in front of you for a comment, or did you put it in front of me for a comment? Oh, that's how it works? Cool. Just checking.
So listen, thank you so much for joining me and the Count for this very special Valentine's special edition of Stuff in My Room. And guess what? For now, Count Nick Nacula is a holiday guest. That's right. I can only tolerate so much of him, but if you want to see more of him, let me know. Certainly there's another holiday around the corner, so he will be back. Yeah, you. All right. Mwah, from me and...
Okay, this has been another episode of Holly bores the crap out of me with things from the bottom of her drawer because she doesn't want to waste the good stuff on me. I've been Count Nick Nacula, and I'm sure I'll see you at the end of the credits before I actually see you in an episode again, so have a great whatever today's celebration for you. Bye!
From the Count. Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
How's your Valentine's Day going? Are you having so much fun? I am, thanks to you, Valentine. So check this out. I got this book of vintage advertisements from February of 1961. I love this book so much. It's full of the coolest ads that stores would use, and you could cut out all these fun ads. So here you've got some really cool ads and like clip art that you could use, and I love them. It says here, because these are for newspapers as well, note to newspapers: don't overlook the promotional possibilities of the art and photos on this page for Valentine's Day and other February selling events. Other sizes of these features appear throughout this issue. So apparently this went out to newspapers and places like that, shown and have appeared in other pages that have used this. So there's the one ad. The caption is, "My husband is sure one very smart fella." How precious is that? Let me read it to you. Just last week, when we were playing bridge with friends and talking about the affairs of the world, it was my husband who kept filling in the facts. Says he's not extra smart, just reads name paper daily from cover to cover. Then the very next day, when I'd about given up ever finding a good used bicycle for our son, here came my husband with just about the best bargain I've ever seen. Said he found it through name paper classified ads. Well, you can just bet that I'm going to start reading name paper thoroughly too. So whatever the name of your paper is. It's kind of funny, and I love it. So in love that I can have a part of this history. And then you get also fun bonus things, like pictures of meat and cherries and rainbow trout and cheese and a tangerine and broccoli. I mean, just some fun things. And who knows what you could use these for now. But it's a lot of fun. And because it's Valentine's Day, I thought I'd share my little book with you. Here we go. Here's a favorite. National Beauty Salon Week, dedicated to more beautiful women, February 12th through 18th. Get your Valentine by first making a date here to have our experts style your hair. Be a radiant new you with a soft, flattering permanent and save at this reduced price. Y'all, this is just so good. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this little Valentine's treat from me, and I hope that you get all the love your heart desires today. So happy Valentine's to you. Just have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Valentines, are you ready to make some quick and easy heart pies? We don't all have a lot of time to make a special treat, so this one should come in handy. Just go ahead and grab some pre-made crusts, some fruit, and some preserves, sprinkles if you like, and we'll get this thing going. Okay, so I have some flour here, and we're just going to dust our work surface with that flour. That's all we need it for, just so that the pie crust doesn't stick to the table and life becomes a little easier for you. Now, I don't normally do pre-made pie crusts, so it took me a little bit of time to unravel this thing, but you want to be careful. Anyway, just keeping in mind that this is the quick recipe, something that you can make in just a few minutes, and it'll look like you spent so much time doing something special. Isn't that great? Okay, so we're just smoothing it out over the flour here, and then I want to make these look not so store-bought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sprinkles and spread them on top, and then I'm going to get my handy dandy rolling pin, and I'm just going to gently push them into the pie dough. You don't really want to roll it out too thin, otherwise it'll become more fragile, but you're going to do this just ever so slightly till you see that the sprinkles are adhering to the dough. As you can see, I'm just spreading the dough out very, very slightly, and it works really well. You could use any kind of sprinkles you want here. I found that this worked out incredibly easily. So now what you're going to do is take a heart or any shape you want, cookie cutter. I did heart because it's Valentine's Day. And I'm just kind of pushing it in to where I'm going to cut them. And now here we go. We're cutting them out because I've already done the shapes ahead of time. Once you have them cut out, you're going to want to make some kind of opening so that the pie can breathe while it's in the oven. Mind you, you've already preheated your oven to 350. What I'm going to do is just cut out a very simple heart shape on top to mimic the shape of the pie on each one, and that'll make it look beautiful, and it will allow that function of the pie being able to cook very evenly and easily. So here I am just kind of pushing it around to make sure that heart shape looks like a heart. Cutting out a shape isn't always the easiest thing. Then I'm going to set them all aside over here while I get ready to work on the lower crust. Now the lower crust is going to be exactly the same thing. You spread your flour out, you get your pie dough unraveled, get those sprinkles in there, and then just start cutting more hearts. Once again, you want them to be even in thickness with the top ones, so make sure you don't roll that crust out too thin. Then you're going to take the bottoms and you're going to lay them on your cookie tray. I just have a non-stick silicone mat here. Once you've got them all down there, you've got your peach preserves. That's what I'm doing, a peach raspberry. You can get any preserves that really works like a pie filling. Now, I'm just going to scoop some of this out, a little bit in each one, and put it right in the middle because you don't want it to spread too much. The fact of the matter is it's going to spread when they bake, because that's what happens to sugar when it's in the oven. But you just kind of push it in there, and then I really suggest you don't stop here and you get some fresh fruit. I went with raspberry because we're doing like a peach raspberry pie. That will give it not such an overpoweringly sweet flavor, and it'll keep it kind of fresh and give it that nice tangy flavor on top. Okay, and then you're going to put the tops of your pies on top, and then we're going to end up just kind of pushing down the edges a little. And I have one of these little pie edger things, and I'm going to go around each edge and push it in so that it sticks to each other. Now, sometimes, like I'm doing here, you push a little too hard and it kind of rips it open, but that's an easy fix. All you do is just nudge it back together in the end and it'll stick and look just beautiful. Okay, I had to actually make an egg wash because I want to make sure that these stick. So just one egg and really water it down, and there's your egg wash, and just brush it on the tops of each ones. Then they'll stick and they'll get that nice golden crunchy look to it in the end. I also took a handful of granulated sugar and just kind of sprinkled the tops with it so they had that little extra crunch and sweetness as well. Okay, while we're waiting, let's pour a nice glass of cold milk. Who doesn't love milk with their pie? I'm not a milk drinker, but when it comes to sweet things, it's my favorite thing to drink. Here I'm using one of my vintage Sugar Shack glasses. It's a fun one. Okay, they are bubbling in the oven, and as you could see, the jelly did kind of leak out a little, but they're still beautiful. Here they are on the plate, ready to go with your glass of milk and ready for you to enjoy with the person that you love the most. Happy Valentine's. Hey, are you ready to talk about the best Hammer horror film ever? In my opinion, do you have a few minutes? This movie is called Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, and it is a Hammer horror film. It is from 1971, and it is unbelievably wonderful. What it's about is it is basically a mixture of the old story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, mixed with a bit of Jack the Ripper, which is really fascinating. Also, instead of Dr. Jekyll turning into Mr. Hyde, can you guess what happens? He turns into Sister Hyde, and woo mama, she is gorgeous and can get away with anything. There is this whole storyline. I mean, and the whole story is basically about Dr. Jekyll and his sister, and then you've got some neighbors that are interested in both versions. So you have a brother and sister that live upstairs, and the brother falls in love with Sister Hyde which is interesting because they definitely dance around sexuality a little bit there, and it's cool. It's really cool to see this in 1971 because it's subtle and it's quite beautiful. And then you have the sister who lives upstairs, and she loves Dr. Jekyll, and I can't blame either one of them. Both of these actors are gorgeous and amazing, and part of the reason that I myself love the film so much. Ralph Bates is the actor that plays Dr. Jekyll, and he is really great actor. I've seen him in some other Hammer films. And Martine Beswick is Sister Hyde. And if I could look like Sister Hyde, girl, I would be drinking that serum too. So it's a lot of fun. It definitely has a comedic edge, and I bet you'd like to know where you can see it. Guess what? You can see it on Tubi. Tubi, who I am not sponsored by yet, but love to go and watch all of their movies. They have everything you could hope for. And the only other thing I'd like to mention about this movie is the music, because I do feel it's important, given the way I started this whole series of reviews, is that you understand that I am drawn to all media, and when it has music attached to it, which is pretty much all media, it gets me even more. I'm not kidding. Even Animal Crossing, I watch and I sing the songs in my head after I'm done playing it. So it's a little crazy. But the music in this movie is great because it's that kind of old world music, and it really has that story moving capability, and it's done just beautifully. So take some time, go to Tubi, check out Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, and come back and let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. Have a great day. Okay, let's make this lovey-dovey Valentine jewelry. Here I am with all my supplies spread about. I took a little swan crafting item that was vintage, and I just ran the wire through a handkerchief that I tied around the middle. As you can see, it's just kind of in there under the handkerchief, and then I wrapped the wire around the neck a little bit. Now, I've got my handy-dandy pliers and my wire and my scissors and some beads on necklaces that I'm not using anymore. Also the jump rings and the clasps, and everything I need is right here. All you need is some centerpiece, like my swan here, some wire, and then just some beads, really. We're just kind of stringing stuff together for a quick date night jewelry look. And here we go. I'm just cutting the necklaces apart, and I'm just going to start stringing them on the wire. This part can just be a little tedious, so I'm going to go pretty quickly with just showing you me checking the wire length and the necklace length as I go along. There we are with the beads, and now I'm just kind of finishing it off with the clasp, and then I'm going to add the jump ring here. There we go. Tuck your ends in, and now you have a beautiful necklace that is just as unique as you are. Look at it. I always think swans are kind of romantic and fun. Okay, here I am. I'm modeling this amazing necklace, and I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. I hope that you guys are able to make one for yourselves or even someone you love as a gift as well. It's a lot of fun and something that you'll treasure forever. Thanks for watching. You did it. You made it through my Valentine's Day spectacular. Did you have fun? Great. Come back next week, bring some friends, and we'll do it all over again. Only not Valentine's Day themed. Okay? Have a great week. Next week, did Bobby shoot JR, or did JR just rub the lamp in time for the PTA meeting? Come back to find out.